As part of the Frederick Law Olmsted Gala, we bestow every year the Frederick Law Olmsted Award. This award is given to someone who embodies the principles of Olmsted: vision, legacy, and design. This year, the Frederick Law Olmsted Award is being given to Mrs. Margaret Jacobs. It's rare to find someone so deserving of this award. They both have a passion for the landscape. They both share in legacy vision. And where Olmsted has left his legacy for the generations, Margaret Jacobs has left her legacy with Deer Ridge Farms for her family and especially for her grandchildren.
Peggy wanted nothing to do with East Aurora. She didn't want to come here. She loved being in Amherst, she thought. But once she got here, she embraced the property, and it's been a great romance between her and the environment.
We moved to East Aurora in 1975. I was so busy just trying to get the house livable that I didn't pay any attention to the gardens. Subconsciously, though, I must have realized there was something special, because that was the year I bought my first camera and I started taking pictures. I'm not sure exactly when I first discovered it was an Olmsted property, and I'm not sure that I would have understood the significance of this visionary at that time.
Frederick Law Olmsted's offices were in Brookline, Massachusetts, and today it's a national park site where they do house many of his works. It's a treasure trove of resource for anyone maintaining a historic landscape.
By the time I heard there might be some plans in Brookline, Massachusetts, I was well aware and very invested in the project. I wasn't able to go at that time, so I sent Dale Reeves, our property manager, and I sent him on a scouting trip.
She wanted me to bring back a record of what this place started out as and how to restore it, and I think we did that. I think we were able to get a lot of the blueprints, and we have used that historic record to bring this property back to where it is.
You must remember this property is coming on 100 years old now, and trees and shrubs, like people, have a lifespan, and we're hitting it right now. We're losing trees. What we'll do is when we see a tree fading, we will try to get the same tree and put it in the tree nursery, and hopefully by the time we need it, it's a mature specimen and strong. When I tell Jerry that we need to plant some more trees, my husband will go, "Margaret, look around you. You don't need any more trees."
I confess, I do give her a hard time on that. The way she's doing it is so practical and so smart. I think Olmsted would have been very proud of her.
Peggy runs Deer Ridge like a park superintendent would run a national park. She follows the plan, she knows what's important, but like a superintendent, she finds new things every day.
Just last month, we were removing junipers that were damaged by a winter storm, and lo and behold, behind the junipers was another trail. We've got plans to now reestablish the trail, and it'll be added to our map, and I'm sure it'll be used all the time.
When you go on the trails, you've got about a 50% chance of running into Mom. And you know she's coming because there will be a vicious poodle that is going to come charging around the corner well in advance of her. And that sort of gets the heart racing and, helps me keep pedaling on the bike. But she's always announced by the dogs. She's always got her dogs, and she's always engrossed in what's happening around her. I don't know how else to describe it, but she really loves these woods, and she really loves this landscape.
Some people go to church every day for solace, for tranquility and peace. I walk my trails. I walk 3 miles every day, and we have miles and miles of trails that we all enjoy.
We were approached by the Olmsted Conservancy to support the Conservancy through Delaware North and through the Jacobs family. In the conversation, it came out that Mom had been contributing to the Olmsted for like decades, and nobody knew it.
Olmsted, his whole life, his goal was that parks should be for everybody and that they should be free. Buffalo is lucky to have the Olmsted Park system, and we are lucky to have the Olmsted Conservancy. They are there restoring, they protect, and they manage, and they're making sure that the parks survive.
One of the greatest things I think of when I remember a visit to Deer Ridge Farms back in 2015 was that the Garden Club of America was coming to town celebrating their 100th anniversary. And of all the properties that they wanted to see, in addition to the Buffalo Olmsted Park System, was Deer Ridge Farms.
We've had people from all over the country, and they tell their stories and we tell ours, and it's a wonderful time.
When you see the estate and you know how much the historic integrity has been brought back through the efforts of Mrs. Jacobs, you can also see her personality coming through in the landscape as well. And that's what's wonderful about finding that balance between history and today.
Mom is a humble person, and she will not admit it, but I know it's important to her. I know she's proud, and she should be.
We were in Florida when I first heard about this award, and I was stunned. I was shocked. I couldn't imagine getting an award for something I love doing every day. However, I'm flattered and very honored to get this award. Jerry, I know I came out here kicking and screaming. I thought you were bringing me to the wilderness. But I thank you for your brilliance in buying this place and bringing me out to this wonderful Olmsted Park.